Well, we finally made it.
There you go. You look good too.
I'm checking. I'm checking for lag. I'm looking at the comments. Ay.
Your picture
Hey,
got
like I told
a
you,
hella better for
a
sure.
little bit better.
Yeah.
We're gonna go we'll go as long as we possibly can without this crashing. But full disclosure, this is what happens when I'm left home alone. Everything goes out the window. My
Yep.
wife went to Florida. She went to Florida and left me here in front of in charge of everything. Never good.
No. Is she coming back?
Never. No.
Did she go for milk?
You know what? We might be telling this story 20 years from now. My first wife, she left.
She went to go get
tell
milk
you what
in
happened.
Florida because it was cheaper. She never came back. Yeah.
Never came back. Who would? I don't blame her. I definitely don't blame her.
Who would? Right?
I would run for the hills. I tried to get away from myself. Our guest, he knows exactly what the hell we are talking about. This guy owes me paybacks. I think we put a little axe on his pillow at the last getaway. And I think he still has hard feelings for that one. I think he smelled me.
Yeah.
Oh, the prankster.
Yep, he's going to get you.
You were. It was your idea. You're like, hey, you got to.
My idea. I rode with him.
Oh, the things we do. Oh, he knows my darkest secrets. He knows all about the love affair with a walking taco and my caramel or my s'more sundae at Blue Rocks. There's nothing I can hide from this guy. He knows it all. All right.
Got your number.
He is a true legend, a Recon G6 stud. But this man has found his way into the water. I'll tell you what, when he started sending me some of those photos, this dude has got a boat collection. Holy crap.
It's bordering on obsessive behavior, and I like it. I don't think I've seen him happier since he's gotten into the boating genre of RC.
I don't know who instigates who more, you or him. You two, we need some separation.
I got no boats. I'm all surface.
But you know how. You all know how to.
Yeah.
Jess knows.
Yeah, that's an understatement. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Well, let's make some room for him because we can get him in here to talk about all the good stuff that happened to you this week, my friend. Holy crap.
Yeah, we got boats and garden tools to talk about.
Yeah, you want to talk about I don't think you could get better scale mail than what happened on your end. Oh my gosh. And that you had it together already. I mean, what the heck?
Let's get the Matt.
Yeah.
Bring him in.
All right. Bring him in. All right, stand by. All right, people. We got Matt here. Let's do this. Let's do this official. We made him wait. We put him on a half-hour delay. Let's make this worthwhile. We'll give him a full transition, and when we come back, Matt
will be in a random place on this board.
Playing somewhere on here.
It's like spinning a wheel.
All right. I promise. I will find it.
Ground control, we're loaded and ready to taxi.
Flight 209, you are cleared to take off.
I told you.
Not even.
Where am I at?
There you are.
Random place. We're gonna give you center stage.
Mike, I want to start off by good. I want to thank you for reminding me of that fragrance you left me. in a bed. We slept for 2 hours where literally I felt like I was in jail cell smelling another guy. I wonder why Jeremy was like, you can take that bed. I'll sleep on the stiff couch.
I didn't know. I didn't know.
Well, we'll blame it on Tyler. He instigated me. He's like, oh, you brought all that Axe body spray. Matt just loves that so much. Why don't you let him know you're here? Oh, goodness.
I'm glad I just said, like, hey, I'll bite the bullet. I'll sleep on the couch. Like, I'll probably get up early and make coffee anyway.
We were nice and quiet when we walked in, didn't disturb him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, ay. So, Matt, I can't believe this. Are you in full Recon G6 training mode right now? Has it begun?
No,
for
it's mentally. I mean, what I've figured out, I mean, Jeremy, 4 years ago, he put me through the ringer. Literally, my heavy butt dropped down, 30 pounds, went crazy,
Wow.
found out cutting weight like that, you cramp real quick and easy, and fatigue sets in. It's been more mental and trying to figure out what truck I'm going to run, what possible companies take along the ride. I'll tell you what, the Helaman, I'm going to run it again tomorrow to try it. I put the 11%, 11.5% underdrive gears in the front to kind of cut that 30% down. So if I can get it tamed down a little bit, I mean, it's a little monster. So who knows what it could be?
Yeah. Yeah. Getting them that overdrive cut back a little bit for trail, for that kind of distance.
The aluminum panels came today. So
nice.
And
I like aluminum panels.
Multiple, the pinion, the aluminum motor mount with different pinion plates.
Very good.
Wow.
Very good.
You wasted no time. I even seen the trail wheels on there already. They look good. What kind of servo did you do?
My red one is I'm keeping stockish, we'll say. That's the one I let people borrow because they tear it up. And I actually have the ASD, the reefs, the bluish teal color one. I don't know. I was just digging through the box and it says ASD on the Helaman. So I was like, hey, why not ASD on the servo?
It's a bold choice.
Yeah.
Bold choice. Yeah.
I was waiting till this ASD caught up with somebody because I used the ASD Warrior hashtag forever. And we all know that stood for Autism Spectrum Disorder. I knew this axial selective drive, the ASD, was going to catch up somewhere. But you turned it into something for the better. We now know the ASD servo. I love it.
Yep.
So you were the first person to tell me that this overdrive is too much. But you're talking about for distance. You're talking about for a 12
trailing. I mean, even on hard packed surfaces. I mean, my first thing I do is test in the house, and it was literally bucking. Like I talked a little bit to Jeremy, and we talked about overdrive and stuff. So I didn't know what it was. I don't research nothing. I just buy stuff. And I'm like, holy cow, man. So they'll literally spit on the tire, spin it, and see where it ends. And I was like, it's 30%. And it's, to me, that's severe. I mean, that's helpful for turning, for pulling, but at other times it's dragging. I call it, looks like a dog with a lame hind end. It's literally dragging the hind end around.
It is noticeable. 100%.
Yeah, it's a bit much. We ran it out on some loose, forest floor, and it's not good for that terrain with that much overdrive, but makes it fun to do hill climbs.
Yeah.
But,
Did you do a tire swap?
Yeah, on one I have I listened to Higgins when you had him on. He said 430 was the sweet spot, so I picked up what do they call that? Aztecs in the 430. They look a little small. Then I watched Logan West Desert Wheeler, and he said go with 5.8s. So I have the Mickey Thompson Bajas.
Yep.
And then I have the 5.8, the TSL Super Swampers on the other one. And that really does seem to be the sweet spot. I mean, it's as you know, you got one. It's a bulky rig to begin with. So having a big fat tire on there looks good.
Now, the TSL Super Swampers, are they a 1.9 inner? Is that a 1.9 wheel?
Nah, they're
or it's still
2.2.
2.2.
It's 2.2. Okay.
Yeah, they make them in 4.0 and the 5.8.
Yeah, 5.8 XLs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The 5.4s look great on the Sicario, by the way, but not on the Gilliman.
Not on the hill.
Are you going to run the suck down winch?
I got to see how it. I was doing vertical stuff with it. I didn't see it. I'm looking more. Keep watching Horizon. I see RC Addict already got some parts in before Horizon released them on their site with the brass knuckles and stuff like that. Ryan already has, I think, the overdrive gears, which I would throw in the rear of mine and put it down to like 10% overdrive. I'll have to see how it is. I've actually personally never have used the stuck down winch.
No. There is a lot of innovation into this truck with a lot of first. Obviously, the ASD, but it would be my first suck down setup. Just definitely a cool option.
I've used it, and it does come in handy if you can remember that you have that. But from the little bit that I ran Matt's red truck, it does need a little bit of weight in the front. Either a heavier wheel or the brass knuckles, I think, is about all it really needed. But
did you see what? Did you see what DSM did?
I did. Yeah.
The fuel. The fuel.
DSM. Yeah, they put a
fuel cell and a radiator.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not
I saw
bad.
a bunch of. Yeah. His looked really good, and I know he's doing a vertical radiator mount up higher with a larger fuel cell as well to kind of scale it up a little bit. Yeah, that's the small cell with the radiator, and I think he's doing a vertical with a larger fuel cell as well. That's the rumor. But,
not bad.
Yeah.
Have either of you guys ran those tires? I was looking at those, the Tusk 2.2s.
I have not touched Tusk 2.2s, but they do look good on there.
Yeah.
The Reef tire, does that come in a 2.2? The one that I caught?
No,
okay.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Eventually. I don't know what his overall height is planned to be. I don't think he's fixed on that yet. But I do know that the micro 99s are back in stock. The 179s and 99s. I think they got a big order in for the ASD actuation. I know a lot of people were waiting on them. But.
Well, I'm anxious to see these panels. These aluminum panels. I think they're
heavy
really
gauge.
sharp. Are they?
Yeah,
no, wait.
I thought I read that someone was like, "Oh, the scale denting
aluminum.
Or whatever you want to call it." They
no,
are.
Wait. No, wait, Matt. The rumor was that the mill was supposed to be thicker on the roof and thinner on the doors.
We'll open it live. We'll do it.
Okay.
Let's see this.
Oh man, I don't want to show my disappointment.
Mike.
Okay.
The hood is definitely thicker than door panels themselves. I don't have my micron. Well, I do, but the battery's dead, so I don't know how to read it without batteries. We are live, right? Yeah, the roof and the hood are definitely thicker than the side panels.
Yeah, just do it by doll hairs.
Okay.
Yeah, doll hairs.
Yeah, now I would almost be willing to say double. Looking at with my eyes, yeah, double the thickness.
Is that the roof and the
And-
hood, or just
Yes.
the roof?
Now the roof and the hood, I was just holding the hood. The roof and the hood are thick, and then the
Okay.
door panels themselves. I mean, I can try. I don't know how good these
Yeah,
cameras.
Higgins did say that the hood would
and they'll
be.
cut the crap out of you too.
Oh, he did say that the
What?
hood was going to be thicker because it's got you have the battery access there. Did you cut yourself?
Yeah, that was from I don't know if you can see where's the camera? Nah.
Oh, okay, I can see. Yeah,
Yeah.
the thickness difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to
It's-
get it.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's
It's sharp. Bleeding.
Wow.
That's the from the door skin. So that's
From
thin.
the
It will
door.
cut you.
Wow.
Wow.
Keep
Take a note.
Keep Heidi
Yeah,
away
you guys
from
have
that,
workman's
Jeremy.
comp?
Yeah, totally. I don't have
I
any.
know.
Matt's got himself
Holy
a little can
smokes.
opener.
Well, we will have to get Freaky Skins to make an extra large wrap for that aluminum panel to provide a
Go over
little
the edges.
protection.
Just hit them,
I
hit
am-
them bad boys with a little rasp. You'll be all right.
But I did spot that footstep. The little notch is still in the aluminum panel. That
You cut your toes off if you were wondering.
Yeah, Jesse.
Oh,
Jesse,
goodness.
we're not. You're just stay away from it. Don't touch
Yeah.
it. Don't even look at the aluminum panels. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Bobby RC Garage is here. How are you doing, Bobby?
Yeah,
Big shout out to everyone.
I did get shipping confirmation on mine. I think I'm due for Wednesday.
Oh, and your Healy?
Yeah.
You got the red one?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm thinking about doing a wrap on that one.
Yeah, I'll have to do something with it. Unfortunately, it'll sit here for a week until I get.
Definitely.
I
I don't know what Mike with his. I went through everything. Portal gears were the only thing that were a little dry. Looked like they were sneezed on. But
I've
everything
seen
else
that.
was good packed, I thought.
Yeah, I've seen that in a couple places where people were saying that the portal gears were tacky, coated, but not greased.
Yeah,
I guess.
but it's super easy, and I mean, 4 screws, they pop out.
Yep.
Some big heavy duty gears. I like it. They have the stock gearing actually marked on the gear itself. Like I think it comes with 2912. Don't quote me on that. And then 2813. I think I might have put in something like that. I don't know.
All right. So they're well stamped.
Yeah, they're stamped. Yep. Which I thought was a cool thing because I'm like, crap. Now I got 2 trucks worth of gears laying in a bin.
Yeah. Yeah, I got portal gears for 3 or 4 different trucks now. It's I don't know what they are. But
This is your plug for Utter Butter, I guess. The perfect opportunity to recognize Cal RC and the Utter Butter. I know, Matt, you've been a longtime supporter of our good friend over there, Heath, and the Cal RC product.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
definitely. When they changed the forum, well, the first recon we did the green, and that's one thing I noticed, that everything had flung to the outside, and with the new formula, it definitely grittier. It embeds it into the gear itself.
Yeah, and you use a lot less because of that. But yeah, you can grab yourself a little jar of Utter Butter.
The little tub. Now, have you made it a little syringe? Are you that good?
I haven't.
Man, this thing is bleeding.
But I got hide wipes to clean up that blood.
It was not going to take long to get an Addy's RC plug in here. So get over to the Etsy site and get your Knights Custom collaborative Cow RC scale accessories. Oh my, there we go.
Or the bodies. I got both the bodies he's doing.
Oh yeah, I got bodies. We'll talk about that. I have a small, I don't know what it is. Mental glitch that's occurring with all the authorized printers. So Yeah, we'll get into that. We'll
On
We'll
next
talk
week's
more-
show.
yeah, we'll talk more about that. But
The
about
terror
the
bug has
boats?
got to be what we're talking about. Terror bug, right?
we're talking about
Is
terror
that the-
bugs. Yeah.
Okay. But you said we don't want to skip ahead. You wanted to go to something
Yeah,
else?
Yeah. I want to talk about boats. Boats and garden
Yes,
tools.
boats.
Just boats. Just boats. None of the
Let me
garden tools.
pull up some pictures here that Matt sent me about boats, but let Matt tell us where the hell this came from. Like, wow, who, what, when, where, why, how did we come so addicted to boats?
I ran one, I guess, about 6 years ago. I just sent Jeremy the photo of it. It was called the Horizon Caging Commander. It was an airboat. I did the same thing, actually. I picked it up by the cage and hit the throttle. It was so cold out, my hands were numb. I dripping blood all over snow, didn't even know it. But I got out of it. I'm like, I'm done. And then one of my friends, he just kept bugging me to come out. And I went down. I'm like, yeah, whatever. So for my birthday, September 13th, that orange one all the way to the left, the Jetstream, the Mojo, I bought on Amazon Prime, and that's all she wrote. I mean, it's you, Mike. You know my past. I'm real open. I'm an addict. I've been clean for years and years, and this is it's the best natural high you can get. I mean, literally, I just stand there and just cruise and cruise. Only downside is you only get about 5 minutes of runtime, so you better have 50 plus batteries like I may. But they're a blast. I mean, and I've done all aspects of the hobby except planes. I've done helis, drones. I've never had so much positive interaction with the general public. I mean, I'm at parks where older people are sitting, eating breakfast, watching the birds, and I'm like, man, I'm going to get ringed out. And when I'm packing up, I mean, literally, hey, please come back. I'm going to bring my grandkids. They're going to love this. It's a fun time. The boats, 11 Charlie, they just jumped in. I see that.
Yeah.
They are doing it in the VA, and I know that went really well. They're doing with the Jetstream. We'll do some hands-on.
Yeah. So the big advantage for the Jetstream style is there's no prop.
You
Right.
can't cut yourself. Not
Can't
like
cut
the
yourself.
I
Right?
mean, you
It's a
can
little
take your finger all the
safer.
way in there. I probably shouldn't do that on camera, but
Should not do that.
that's for after show.
Yeah.
That's my other channel. But this is the boat that started it all. And this boat, I've done lots of upgrades to it. If I can do it without flipping and dropping it. It's all aluminum side, all reef. Put a 6S ESC in it. I've yet to flip it. I've tried. It's a zero turn on water. Do ballet or figure skate, whatever you want to call it. It's a beast. It's a tank. I mean, you can look up Pro Boat on Instagram. They share a lot of stuff. I forget the other RC guy. He's been running, literally jumping it off like beaver dams, and it's taking a beating. They're a blast. They're a whole heck of anybody can drive them. Like when I'm at the one beach in Charlestown, Maryland, people literally walking by and I'm here, take the remote, and dads are no. And I'm like, who cares? You're not going to break it. It's literally Pro Boat, which is owned by Horizon. They have built X Max quality to me in the boats. Only thing I broke one Sunday, and I dropped it off the top shelf and snapped the water inlet on the rudder, and that was my fault.
Man. So not in the water. So Jess said
Yeah.
that you can run it into other boats.
Yeah. Jess found that out.
Yeah.
But what's cool is, I mean, I know some people do the indoor stuff. They have this is another little jet boat. It's their 12-inch. It's a brush. You need to talk to any castle guys out there. A lot of room. I think something might be able to get worked in there.
That would be
It's slow, but it's fun.
Or a 1010 motor. That would be an awesome combo in there.
And then that's like in the $100 marker. They have everything covered. And then you go up. I think it's $199. is their 18-inch recoil too. It's brushless. Got a mini brushless motor in there. ESC. It takes like a 1500 size battery. Does come with SR receivers, so you can bind it to all your stuff. They're super fun. And Jeremy was on the one hike. We threw them in our carry-alls, and we got down to a little cove, whipped them out, and went flying with them.
And they zip. Like they zip.
Out of the gate, he said the F word. And now my brain is just locked on this F word. Flip.
What's that?
Flip. FLIP. When they flip over, that was like the dagger for me. When I started doing boats, when the thing flipped over, how the heck do you get it upright again? I've heard rumors that there is some kind of feature in them that they do upright themselves now, or do we all need to be getting a kayak like you have?
Well, the kayaks, they do have the harbor tug, which is, I'll get that down in a second. But a lot of their catamaran style, and I do have their fiberglass one, the Impulse. A lot of them will have self-righting technology, whether it's as basic as a hole in the side, which acts as a bladder, and they'll slowly flip the boat right side up. Here, I'll show you a big boat. We'll wait for last. Or like the recoil, they actually put I believe it's a steel weight on the end of the motor. And the force of that weight actually will flip that boat right over. So you literally reverse full throttle. And just like the X-Max Rocking is what it turns it into. But on that note, you got to watch running big power. A lot of guys will throw 4S in a 26-inch recoil. Man, that lead weight or steel weight is real heavy. You'll burn that ESC up in a second. But yeah, if you come to Blue Rocks, I'm thinking we might have to get it approved. But every 15, 16, my wife will probably watch this, so I'll say 10 boats.
Good job.
We'll be there, and we'll do like a demo thing. 2 on the water at a time and let them fly.
Very cool. Very cool.
The only place is that little pond, right? I mean, you're not gonna have a lot of room to let it rip in that.
I don't trust you driving a boat in a big pond.
I'm good with the tugboat.
Yeah,
I mean the tug.
Now, believe it or not, I've gone to some small ponds.
We got the water trough down by the water wheel. That's where Mike can run them.
I was thinking underneath the little road bridge and that little pool we all walk across.
Yeah,
we can throw some of them in the pool.
Where Matt submarined his Atlas. He was
that was a deep little water hole. Yeah,
they got that. Some of the boats are running there, but yeah, I mean, it's a lot of fun. But yeah, they do have the tug, as you said, Mike.
That thing is so scale. Holy crap.
Yeah, I took it to Cabin Fever, but there were some guys there with some real custom built stuff. And I call myself a boat basher. I drive them. I'm not scale. I'm about speed and sending it. But now the harbor tug, it's beautiful. I mean, the scaleness, I've been having trouble trying to find a figure to look proper with some of the different stuff. But
is that out of the box? Like you're talking out of the box? Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. All their boats are RTR. Some of them even come with their new little USB-C charger and a battery. This right here, where I'm sticking my finger through for the second time, that's where the floating device to retrieve your overflip, we'll say catamaran or your speedboats. But this is a cool boat to see this thing go through. All the lights work. You can get a water pump that hooks inside, and these little cannons right here actually will spray out a little whiz of water. But they're cool. Trying to see what else. I don't think Jeremy's. Did I have the Swift, Jeremy, when we went out?
The which one?
The Coast Guard, the Swift.
No, I don't think so.
So to me, this is their most scale boat. Yeah, so that's the harbor there, and that's in basically a bay, and it handled great. I've used it to retrieve many boats. I did find out with the 42s and 48s, it lifts the prop up out of the back, and you only go about a mile. Jeremy watched that live in action.
That took a minute.
Yeah.
We had a
But,
drone out there doing recovery assistance.
What brand is it? What are we dealing with here?
It's Pro Boat owned by Horizon. But this to me is their most scale looking
Oh,
boat in production right now. It's their Swift, their PCF1 Swift. This thing, if you look on any of the, just look it up, Instagram, social media, literally from right here, my fingers in the middle, the whole, that's all above the water, just like in, I think it was Vietnam, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
They had decent action, but they're cool. I mean, they're little 1-inch little Army guys I glued to it just to make it look scale. But it's fun. It was my first dual prop little boat. I thought about going brushless, but don't tear it up. It works good the way it is.
Yeah.
that is super cool. Holy crap.
You got Harvey's Hooligans in here. That's Bull City. That's Bullhead, right? Bullhead City.
And this is the one, Jeremy. I'm trying not to get glare that I picked up Sunday.
Oh,
This
that is nice.
Discontinued, basically race boat they made, carbon fiber. It's a nasty.
That's
I
the one
wanted one
buddy.
since I bought my first one, and one hit up in Marketplace about an hour and a half from me, and I had to go pick it up.
Yeah.
Whether I'll ever run, I don't know, but I got one.
That was one of the ones that my buddy Pete up in Pennsylvania. That's one of the ones that he had. That thing is zippy.
Yeah.
And he wouldn't let me run that one because of that. But we had a lipo fire due to, I don't know if it was that one or it was another fiberglass
Okay.
that he had. We brought it back to shore and it was just, it was in meltdown mode.
Yeah, that'll happen. I mean, you really got to watch them because of the amount of power I have. I've had to find decent batteries. Pay a lot more for a battery than I ever wanted to. I'll say that. Yeah. Mike, this is more up your goofy football team. This was a custom painted.
Nice.
This is a
Eagles
recoil
green.
that somebody painted up. And that's funny. Nice. Jeremy said that. He actually caught on fire and gave up on it. He's just like, nope, I'm done with boats. So now I got to rebuild everything inside and get that all replaced up. He put a new motor in it. But that's just a recoil too. You can get them in the Heat Wave or the Shreddy, which I have. I don't know where it's at. But this guy, he painted it. They're a fun boat. A lot of upgrades.
Yeah, the last boat I owned was in 1986. It was a Kyosho, and it had a big rubber band that went around split hull. And I did like a porpoise, and that O-ring slipped, and it split, and it sunk. And I just threw the radio in after it and called it a day. That was the last one I owned, and that was before I could drive a car. So, but it was a Kyosho. I mean, it was hobby grade. It just, O-ring boats are not good.
Yeah, that was a little before me. I probably wouldn't have. I mean, I looked at when we were at Cabin Fever. I don't know if you pay attention to the boat area. I mean, those guys, literally, it's all balsa wood stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's crazy what they do with it. I'm too hard on them.
Look at that.
There was my boat. That was 2015. I don't even know what it was, a bullet or something they called it, but this is the one that flipped over and I left it at the brickyard. It was fun for a minute.
That was a Traxxas. Is that Traxxas?
And, no. That's me stickering. That's
Oh, okay. Because I know Techno definitely makes a trailer.
yeah. Oh,
So,
right.
yeah. It's a Nissan.
was-
It's a Nissan Techno trailer.
Yeah, there is a whole lot of geekiness happening with that trailer.
Yeah.
This is another
Yeah, so-
life. This was before 3D printers. This was old school.
What is that?
Yeah.
Drywall corner bead? Is that what that is?
Yes,
That's what it looks
yes.
like, yeah.
Drywall corner,
Hey.
dude. Good eye. Wrapping around PVC. I think I have a video documenting how I built this thing on PVC. Yeah, dude.
That's awesome. That's the first. I'll say that.
Yeah, that's the first for me. So
Yep.
I can't. Harvey's in here. So Lake Havasu is just down the road from Bullhead, and like I can't wait to experience boats down there. Coming up here shortly. I am super excited for that. And Matt is helping me.
Now,
get
I'll say,
my
how
day
big is that
started.
lake? Because the next
How
category.
big is that lake?
Yeah,
Like
big.
Massachusetts.
Oh.
No, I don't know. It's pretty big.
We'll definitely get kayak.
Definitely get a kayak.
But I mean, this, if I can get this is probably my favorite.
Yeah.
And it's because you remember back in the race days, you have to drive this boat.
Mhm.
It's not just squeeze the trigger and go, because this thing will flip over. If you cross your eyes at it, it'll flip. But it's a rocket. This is the Blackjack 24. It's a 4S. There's no self-righting technology with it at all, other than you getting wet, getting in a kayak, or having a tugboat. But the catamaran is what I really, truly enjoy driving. I have looked at the Traxxas makes the M41, I think it's called.
Yep. M41.
Super sweet boat. I've been trying to support Horizon, all the stuff. I've never, you can see stuff. You never see the good stuff. You always read the bad stuff.
Yeah.
But I can tell you my wife is watching probably 5 boats. I've never had a problem.
Yep.
But nah.
Yeah, the 48 that you don't have, love that thing.
Yeah, that's coming up. But we're working our way up.
I think that's the one that is like, that'll be my big boat purchase.
Yeah. Well,
because
going from the 24, you basically can double the size. Yeah, that's the 48 on the back of the kayak.
Yeah.
And then in front of the kayak
is the little one.
The Blackjack 42, which kind of wish I would have gotten the black, but I'm not a red guy. But this thing hooks and books.
I like the light colors on the water.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I've done some stuff. There's plenty of sites out there. I've had great luck with RC Boat Blitz and Oxidine Marine. So it's got the dual cooling system, 3-bladed prop on it. I mean, they're going up in size. I mean, yes, they have a boat for almost anybody's budget.
There we go. No speed limit on the Colorado River.
What was it?
There's no speed limit on the Colorado River.
Oh, really? And this one here is their Impulse. It's a 32. Yeah, it's 32. Now I held off because I got the 36, and the 36 was like $350. I'm like, why would I buy a 32 for $200 more? Well, the thing is, this is a full fiberglass boat.
And that's the difference, right?
Yeah, it's
You're
well
either getting
worth.
fiberglass or you're getting plastics.
Right. Yeah, I've yet to have any problem with plastic, and you saw people or somebody head-on collision straight into a bunch of the boats. But yeah, it's a full fiberglass. I mean, even the canopy,
yeah,
it's fiberglass. As they come, like I said, they're all ready to run. There's the inside of it. You can put 2 3S's in there, or put a 6S in the center and send it. I haven't ran this one too much. This was the end of a season purchase. I did get it out once or twice. I don't know if I had it out when we went, Jeremy.
We didn't. I didn't run that.
Yeah, I don't think I had this one at that time. It's nasty. I mean, there's you can get into the TFL boats. I could probably not bought half of my boat and bought one of their boats, but as we always say, you get what you pay for.
Yeah.
And I mean, with Pro Boat Horizon, they're not
you,
cheap, but
you still
they're
bleeding?
not the top of the market.
Are you still bleeding?
Oh yeah, it's leaking. There's boats with blood on it.
Man's got a class 3 leak going on.
Yeah, no, it's not going to get infected. It definitely leaker. My latest I'm going to test out tomorrow. It was on back order for a while. Super excited. It's where I started. I don't know. We'll say 7-8 years ago. Is an airboat. They're loud. I literally powered it up here, and it actually blew across my carpet. So it's almost like what was those back in the 80s, 90s with the airbags on the side?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, okay, so it'll work. I think I could drive it off of a beach right into the water. But what I'm planning on doing with this is putting a sensor castle system in my fire team and getting a trailer because it's almost the same look as the fire team. So I think right now it might be a little jerky, a little full throttle into the water, and be good for video.
It would once. Yeah. How did Jess run a boat into others on land? I don't know. Maybe you guys should have her on and ask her. Like, we're Mike. We need to sign her up. We need to hear this story.
Yeah, it's.
I'm writing a note.
I got the battle scars on my boat.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, we were because I normally would run the boats and then just pull them up on shore, just like an island where everybody's partying on. And I don't know. We were doing something standing there, and next thing you know, it was an Allstate commercial, and she just nailed all the boats. And the look on her face.
So we get to do the Mayhem Like Me episode with Jess. That's going to be awesome. Stage fright, mayhem. How do you crash boats on land without a trailer? So,
well, what I'm thinking, Jeremy, she doesn't know. Hopefully, she's not watching this. I'm sure she is.
Jess
Those
is
new
watching.
Mias remotes. You know how you can put it on trainer mode?
Oh. Nice.
She won't know she's not driving. She'll be sitting there like a little kid smiling.
Yeah, she'll be like, I'm doing really good.
And that boat there is sitting down here on the ground.
Yep, that's the one. That's the 48.
That boat is literally,
yep,
to me, if I can get it all in picture, the X-Max of boats.
Yep.
It's 55 inches from the tip of the rudder to the tip of the hull. If I can get back and stand up, if you fit me, it's a big boat. It's 8S powered. I did get, there's a guy, man, Ironclad RC. He's an unbelievable boat guy on YouTube, shares all his stuff. Did get a 55 millimeter prop for it. So, Jeremy, you were there when we installed it.
Yep.
Literally woke this thing up. It's 8S. It moves. It has, Mike, you were asking about the self-righting. So right beside my head, see all these holes? That's not decals. They're holes. So when it flips over in the water, there's a big hole right here, right where both my fingers in. And it'll slowly start filling with water and then flip. And then as soon as you hit throttle, it dumps all the water out the back. And it's straight gone. There's videos on my Instagram of me throwing it in the water upside down. I'm slinging blood, literally.
we can take a break, man. You can seek medical.
Where's
I know your address.
medic team? You guys got a medic team?
Yeah, you want me to send you a medic?
I got
and this all came from the new panels. That all came from the Hillamont.
I literally took the plastic and went to pull it through and ran my finger across the edge.
See, I'm
Yeah.
I'm going to send this video link.
Disclaimer right there.
Yep, I'm
Yeah.
going to send the video link to Matt.
Matt's getting a link of this.
Yeah.
But inside, Mike, this right here is that cavity for the water to fill up. So literally every time it rolls the same way. Once it gets going, this boat here, it's $750 MSRP. It's got a 5th scale servo. I'll cover up the name on it. Haven't bit the bullet yet and put a reef in it. I will say that they don't use a lot of torque, believe it or not. But with the bigger boats, you got to go deeper water. I mean, I don't know if you see the size of that rudder on the back end, and it's all dinged up from me running it to the shore to get it out of the water. But they're a lot of fun. This boat's 50+ mile an hour. I'll be honest, I didn't get that out of the box. Did some tweaking to it, some different prop adjustment. I will say I was not using Spectrum, the G2 batteries, the smart technology. I know they communicate back and forth with their electronics. So I've been told that could have been a problem. And I do have some on the way to get one of theirs. One came in the other day, a 6800 pack. So I'm going to try that to see. If not, I might have to hire Kilburn, the Castle Hydra, which is their marine ESC. It's beautiful. It's flat, but it's got pinky size motor connectors and all that. So it's the big boy stuff.
Yeah. You're gonna need the big torch for soldering on that.
But yeah, the boats are fun. Like I said, Mike, or anybody, if you're on the East Coast, Blue Rocks, we'll give the Recon a plug. June 17th and 18th, I think, is the actual event, and the 16th, I think, is the race. Off the top of my head, boats will be there. I promise you that. Whether they're happy about it, we'll see. But yeah, if you scroll down, because it's through the winter months, that's all the key city stuff. When we were having cabin fever, keep going. That's a cool truck there. Jeremy got to drive the Rhino RCs.
Yeah, the Rhinos. Those things are pretty cool. Robot trucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is this thing? What is it?
Rhino RC.
Are they out of California? Did I read this right?
No. They are. Is it Hong Kong? I can't.
No, wait. Are they making a 7th scale Jeep? Is this the same one that just released the JK7?
That's real. No.
Okay.
Yeah, these are what we would call hill killers or high bellies or that forward motor thing.
Yeah, like the buoys and Routbergs, the MOA stuff back in the day is kind of what it reminded me of.
Yeah.
When you had what was that thinking? That brushed ESC it was $120.
Quark.
Was that what it was?
The brushless or the
it was a brushed. It could control 2 motors.
Oh,
what the heck?
Novak
Dig 2?
The Dig. Yeah.
I remember back then cringing at $120 and shoot, I wish it was that much now.
Yeah, I ran punk digs, which if you're familiar with MOAs, you know what a punk dig is. It was basically a relay that you could switch between the front motor, the rear motor, both motors, and create your dig that way electronically. But it was one ESC.
Yeah.
It was electronic engineer punk dig. It's just a relay.
Yeah, that boat there, Mike, that's the 36-inch, what is that called? The Sonic Wake, I think it is. It moves.
Look at that rooster tail. Holy crap.
That was a river up by Jess's mom's house. Some like town park or something. They had a pump track I wanted to do the off-road go fast with. But yeah, that thing books. But 6S, I burned up a couple of bushings on the what do you call my gosh, I'm drawing a mind blank. The flex shaft housing. I can't even think what it's called right now. Yeah. But just from the amount of heat that comes through it. And that's a small pond like Blue Rocks. And I do backflip right there.
Yeah.
That's a 42-inch boat. Yeah, that's a small pond. It's actually an industrial park, and I got to sneak in there. I won't disclose the location.
This-
Is this the one that Jess went swimming at?
No, that was actually where he just showed that real fast one, because it was like my second or third time out. I didn't even think about it, and it flipped, and it was like me or her. So I just stiffed arm, and you fell in. You're already wet. Go get my boat.
That's so
Wow.
awesome.
Well, that is the Instagram page there, people. Go check this
Yeah.
one out. You can dive into this. Holy crap. Great job. Holy crap. Way to share the fun. Oh my goodness.
So,
The
Mike, if
man
you
of-
go full screen, here's the one Jeremy
Yeah.
drove.
Yeah, that
Okay.
thing is wicked.
Hang
This
on.
is a Rhino RC U. I don't know how to say it. U V2. Literally, like I said, the MOA style stuff, but it's not. A little battery goes up front. They're RTRs. You add
Okay.
your receiver and remote. Everything else is there. I did change some stuff up. They had a direct power servo. I'm honest. I burned it up on my carpet. My other one's working good still. But I was able. Jeremy gets on me for my wire job. Not the cleanest. It looks good.
Hey.
No, it don't.
I was like, there's a lot of spinning things with electric things all in very close proximity. And he's like, I used a shit ton of zip ties. I was like, all
They
right.
they come with a 40 amp. It's like an outrunner, like the Yellow Jackets and stuff, but only a little 40 amp ESC. So I was able to squeeze in, and I think it might have been my first time installing one, was the Castle Micro or Nano BC.
Mhm.
Man, that thing is literally the size of a chiclet.
Yeah.
And it's 8.4 fixed volts. It's tiny. It fit in there. You can't even see it. But yeah, they're little beasts. I mean, and they're light. So throwing it on your back, we do our trail trucks, and you get to a crazy rock feature or whatever, and you're like, man, my 9-pound CJ7 won't climb that. So you whip out this little.
Yep.
And I mean, they're full built. Can't speak on quality. Don't have the major runtime. Full aluminum axles, all metal drive shafts. Their parts are super cheap. I paid $3.99 for portal gears. You ain't gonna find that too much often. But yeah, the Rhino RC seems to be pretty good. Their newest release is the W1. That's hot. It's selling out a lot.
Now, would the California thing that I saw, would that just be an authorized dealer then, maybe, that I stumbled across? Would that make sense?
It may be. I bought mine. I'm an Amazon guy. If it's on Prime, Matt buys it. It sucks. It's addiction. Amazon has them, and they're all, you can get them from RC Timer, I think it's called. That's Mark's. He sells them directly there. He has his own Facebook fan page, super active. I would actually probably, from what I've seen so far, put him in a category with Jason saying he's very interactive, him personally, with the people who are buying his product. And it's always been positive. If there's something wrong, I saw someone had a problem with the servo, and he's like, message me directly. It wasn't, hey, reach out to customer service, they'll deal with you.
Yeah, we're starting to see a lot of the smaller companies doing this, like with H-Tech. Like he's very interactive in his product and making sure that people are happy, and he's doing things right. Jason does it with Boom Racing. It's unusual.
Yeah.
Bigger companies just don't have that touch point anymore.
Yeah, well, I mean, I talked to Jason, 2 years ago?
Mm-hmm.
And because I used to buy the AR60 and AR45 axles on Amazon 6-7 years ago. And I thought Boom Racing died. And I'm like, hey, what is this? And I said, why'd you stop? And he said, through Amazon, I have no connection to the consumer. I don't get to talk to you guys. He said, they do the sales, and he pulled it all out of there.
Yeah.
And now Jason's saying in the last 3 years, it's no longer, hey, what's Boom Racing? Everybody knows it. I mean, scale and all that stuff. He's taken off. Yep.
And Matt's Amazon addiction, it has spread. He cost me $50 a couple weeks ago, He's like, hey, you gotta look at this. This is wild. It's 11 channel or 10 channel radio, and it's got a video game on it. I'm like, what? He's like, it's $50. I'm like, what are you talking about? Boom. Like,
Now wait.
these things.
Sit still. I gotta see this thing.
It's a baby fly sky, and I'll probably get
It's
kicked
a
off for
baby
saying
fly
that.
It's a 10 freaking channel radio with a receiver, and you can play video games. It's branded under Muse, but it's like it's genius. Right?
Let me see if I
It's
get the video.
absolutely
Okay,
genius.
but and I think I warned you, Jeremy. When you first get it, if you get it, read the darn screen. I put it in Chinese. I'm fluent in barely English, so I had major problems.
Yeah,
But right there is I already lost.
yeah, you're already wrecked. Yeah, it's colored.
So literally like the old Galactica Frogger. I messed it.
Yeah.
So you're
Look.
standing in line at a comp or whatever. There it is.
You took me out.
I'm sorry.
It's a
I'm sorry.
full color. It's a full color display with all the actuation, like for all the channel
Unbelievable.
buttons and all that stuff. Like, this is insane for $50.
And
it
how
comes with
much
and it
are
comes
the
with a
receivers?
10 channel receiver comes with it, and receivers are what,
Okay.
$12
$12.
What?
for 5
So
channel.
now, give me a second. Let me open these. So the receiver that comes with it is big.
Yeah, it's 10 channel.
Uh-oh. I muted him. I muted him. Wow.
Am I back on?
That's insane. You're back on. I
Yeah,
muted
so
you.
that's their four channel. So
Yeah.
get the 4 channels for $12. Take a little bit of time, but they work
So-
great. Conformal code them. I haven't tested them, but
This is the difference between a Spectrum 515 and that one. So size-wise, it's not that bad. It fits in the boom racing trucks. In the receiver box that they give you, the waterproof one. So, I mean,
they're rechargeable.
I'm putting these in my boom racing trucks because then I
Yeah.
got 10 channels of fun, and I'm not stuck with 5. So
They run off the Samsung 18650. I
Yeah,
used them in my base for
18650s.
years. Carry them extra. It only seems like a couple hours you get a charge time or
yeah,
run time.
these cells are plentiful in the flashlight market.
Yes.
These, like, you can have 5 or 6 of these in your pocket easily.
Yeah.
They sell little mini solar chargers for these because flashlights for camping. So they're not expensive at all to carry replace. They're not disposable, they're rechargeable, but you can, to get them is pretty easy to do.
Do we have a
It's
name
a-
brand? How do we find this thing on Amazon?
All right,
Addie's
hold on.
RC.
Yeah, I did a review on it on my channel, but that is the
Oh.
You can see
Hang
who
on.
follows you.
yeah. Some people just don't watch my channel at all. It's the ME8B. You can get it in black or orange,
The black's better. I got both.
and,
I will
and
say.
it's got a scale brake on it as well. Let's see that. It's pretty cool. But yeah, the thumb wheel. It's got an integrated thumb wheel on it. It's
What?
very responsive. It's got push buttons all over it. You can make them 3 on-offs, or you can do them in positions, like your 5 position for your rear steers and stuff like that. So it's highly programmable. So very impressive for the $50 that Matt had me run down an Amazon rabbit hole.
Yeah, and Charlie, one of our local guys, he sent me the link, and I'm just like, why not?
Yeah.
I mean, it's definitely cool.
Yeah,
I don't think
USB-C.
it'll withstand me sweating 12 hours for the fix enduro, but
Yeah.
I think
It's like down to the details. USB-C charging, fast charging, it has an adjustable trigger spacing, so you can open this up. It's got a little let's see what size that is, like a 050. You can kind of see it in there. There's a screw in there that you can actually adjust the trigger. If you got fat fingers, like you can actually open that up, or if you're using a glove or something, you can actually adjust that. So it's pretty decent for 50 bucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it's what? I'm off the top of my head, 10 model memory?
10 model memory.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. And a video game.
And a video game.
That works with the steering wheel and the throttle. What state am I in? I am in Maryland, but I won't be for long.
Wow. Wow.
Mhm.
Release live.
Yeah, I.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm
Mike-
retired.
Mike,
I'm
he's
doing-
looking for storage for all that collection behind him, by the way.
Yeah.
Uh,
No, there's a place for that. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Won't be for long. He let
be
that
for long.
slip.
Yep.
That's the life of a retired man. Never on the move. He's always on the move. He's not tied down.
That's right. I am mobile. But
Man,
yeah.
oh, man.
Oh.
So, Mr. Mobile, what the hell landed at your place this week?
Well, Landon, we're still talking to Matt. Matt, look.
All
look what he
right.
just
Well,
put on the
Mike-
thing.
I'd say I don't know if I've shown
Holy-
either of you this.
I haven't seen
No.
it.
You said H-Tech and it popped in my
Uh-huh.
head. This is the Sicario, which Hobby's told me means Hitman. So I've renamed it Hitman.
This is the
But
Hitman.
this is full H-Tech. It was now they've made a lowering kit for the Sicario. But James was showing us that trailer Sunday. This is their sends. I mean, it's got sway bar, so that thing does not move at all.
Yeah. Holy crap.
But yeah, this will be the most of the boat haulers. The big boys at a little bit out of scale. But
Wow.
this will be at Blue Rocks. I'm gonna hit trails. I locked the rear, locked the center. The front's unlocked for turning. But I will admit, it's one of my few shelf queens that I'm gonna probably cry. But Mike, these are the 540 TSLs that are on here. So like I said, they fit good for the Sicario or the F450. I think they have.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's fully compressed. It's not hitting the wheel wells.
That's insane. That
It's
thing is huge.
A big old truck. But yeah, you were saying about
Huge.
H-Tech. I mean, this was my first interaction of getting products. Top notch.
Yeah.
Top
Yeah, I'd build an
notch.
entire H10 optic out of H-Tech
That's right.
stuff.
That's right. Yeah.
It's fantastic.
Yep. The how-to installation video is hilarious. Even if you don't have one, check out their video because it was the first time he installed one, and he kept all the bloopers.
Oh, nice. Nice. I love that. I mean, you can't be completely serious all the time. That's awesome.
So, what did you get? Now, I think I've gone over the boats.
So,
Check them out. I mean,
you know,
have fun with them.
what did I get this week?
Yeah.
Like a mail call. Well, I've been tracking this thing for 3 months, ish, and I finally got my email and said I had a delivery coming, and it showed up Wednesday, and I got my origin.
But you've had that one for a while.
Not this one. Not this one. I may have had that one. You can't really see it, but the
Wow.
Ripper is up there. So yeah, blue and gold. I kept the Battleborn gold wheels in the bag. I didn't open those because those are specific only to this truck. So I'm going to hold on to those unopened for a while. But I had some gold wheels because it's a gold wheel. So yeah, and I took it out and ran it today. So I did a whole video series on building it, and GoPro trashed the last day of footage on it. So that's always fun. But yeah, I went out and ran it today, and I broke it today. I didn't actually break it. I lost a wheel nut, and then the hex came off, and then I lost the drive pin. So that ended my day, and I took my quarter-mile walk of shame back with my very expensive aluminum panel truck. Yeah. Yeah,
Now,
the
how
carbon
was it
fiber
building it?
is the carbon fiber is great on your fingertips when you're carrying it. So yeah, no complaints. Yeah.
Was it pretty easy to put together?
It generally was pretty easy. The axles are one-off. They're specific to the Origin truck. They made some special parts for the Origin trucks to make them different and not commonplace parts that you would find on a regular Optic or H10 platform. So there's a couple things that I didn't like. Like you're familiar with the Optic where you have the holes in the top of the knuckles that you can put scale hardware in.
Yep.
These knuckles don't have those, which I found a little odd. Like, why wouldn't you do that?
Now, is that all one-off for that truck, or is that a Vanquish axle you can get for the Optic?
These are, the front axle is Optic. The rear axle is Origin specific.
Okay.
Now this has all the scale welds on it, which is the biggest difference. So it's, like the body, the way that the chassis is made is specific to this. You can't just throw other panels on it.
So it's not just like an H-Tech frame. It
is not.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
It is very specific to the Origin truck.
Okay.
It is, the way the fenders mount, the way the rear fenders mount. You couldn't put like the Terabug body, like it's not compatible.
Okay.
It's its own little beast. And those freaking headlights are super dang bright.
I was gonna say, they come with that.
Yeah, they come
Really?
installed in the grill shell for you. But it's like insanely bright. I had it out in the middle of the day filming it, and in my video you can see where the headlights actually wash out the camera over bright sunlight. Like they are bright. So yeah, it's pretty well made. There's,
what do you think about 12-hour fixing it this year?
no. Like this is the inside of the door, so it's got a fiberglass or carbon fiber panel.
A battery tray.
Yeah, these are machined, obviously machined aluminum, and then your door skin for the door, machined in the standoffs for the battery tray.
So that's all molded into or CNC'd out of the door panel.
Yep.
Really?
Yep. It's very impressive. Very impressive. The millwork on the bars, like you can barely see any step whatsoever in a round bar when you know that this was made out of a block. Like that's hard to do, right? To get a round shape. And it's fluted like perfectly on that round. I mean, it is. Oh, but it's very well made.
Now, is that a carbon fiber roof?
Yes.
Okay.
So you get carbon fiber polished roof and the number plates.
What number?
73, the year of Jeremy's birth.
Now, why are these lights so much brighter? Is it direct power, BEC? Like, what made these bulbs so much brighter?
Well, they're, I'm trying to think, slow my words down. There is a voltage regulator in these. I don't have the paper out. There's a voltage regulator in them. So you plug them in like direct to a 3S battery, but they're just super bright light sets. Like they're just insanely bright. You're not going to find these on Amazon.
Okay.
And if you remember
So it's
back,
not a traditional bulb.
correct.
It doesn't look
if
like a
you-
regular bulb. I remember.
Yeah, the OG original, the VS410 Origins and the Rippers
Yep.
had these insanely bright
Yeah.
lights that you could just never keep them in stock. Like they just sold out everywhere. And they were the same way. They had a voltage regulator and heat sinks and all that stuff to keep them cool because they're just wicked.
Well, how many's in there? Because I remember the originals you were talking about. Was it like 3 or 4 light elements? I don't know what you call the
It is-
electro rod.
It's 3 LEDs. You can kind of see the reflection there.
Yeah.
It's 3 per pod.
Yeah, because what were the other ones? Were they 4? The original?
4s. Yeah, they were quads.
Yeah.
But it's definitely a pretty cool truck. There's a couple little things, but it ran good. I mean, it's a little noisier. If you've never run a fully aluminum paneled truck before, you're like, is somebody making a margarita? Because it's a little echoey, right? You got a lot of resonance going on inside all that machined aluminum. So they're a little louder than, yeah. So, yeah, it's normal for an aluminum panel truck. They're 73. First year in the service. No, it was the first year I was
You're
breathing.
looking good for your age.
Yeah, first year I breathed air, and just barely because I was born in December. But yeah, it's another cool truck to have. It matches my 169 Ripper. It matches my H-Tech blue and gold, and blue and gold were my high school colors. So blue and gold's just kind of stuck with me for quite some time. Hey, we got James Knight in here. Look at that. We hit the big time. Hey, James.
I was gonna say the optic, that seems to be an addiction of yours. I've been in your
James
house, and you have a
comes.
couple.
I may have a small optic addiction.
And I think it might be because of that guy just popping up.
It could be. It could be. So right now
terror
I
bug.
have 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 if you count the Origin.
Right.
So that platform, when it landed, it impressed me. This platform just is impressive in nature because you can do so much with it. This is my panel test truck, so this is number 7. But there's so much that you can do with it. You can turn it into a scale truck. I did a 3-link conversion on this platform with Yoda axles, and it's tiny tire, 155s, 419 tire, and it's fantastic. It looks right. And I have 2.2s with 5-inch tires, and it looks right. So it's all in. There's a lot of imagination. And when James did the Punisher panel set, like that was a very popular panel set, and it got me into 3D printing a lot, and I sold a ton of them, and I'm very thankful for that. And then he did the Terrabug. So this panel set, it's a lot more complex. It's a little harder to print. So it was like upping our games as printers to find out how to do things. But like the light bar caps that I've shown on here before, getting a 2-color print is not always easy, and getting a flexible material to print absolute flat and gloss on a printer bed, printing clear lenses is, kind of like the 201, 301 of 3D printing. So it's kind of up in everybody's game because I'm seeing a lot of people do it very well. On the inverse, I'm seeing a lot of people do it not so well, and trying to help them out when they ask for it is kind of what I've been focusing on. We had a couple guys asking how to do these, and I helped them out. And that's been really cool. It's been really fun. And then James does that with the scale V8 in the back of these. So it just keeps escalating. And I've never bought so much filament in my entire life. And it's because of this platform. This platform is incredible.
Well, I think you hit it because with a panel set, I mean, I got both bodies from you, and I think you said, I think I was at your house. You never saw a body sell a truck. I'm back to the original orange set, and that I got from you. Let's see here. Yeah, there it is. And I'm ordering another optic for the Terrabug. It's like I put it on here.
It's
but
happening.
I was like, I like this one. I like the way this one looks. Let me just get what's another 300. I mean, it's another $400. But,
another $400.
I mean, $4 because my wife will probably watch. But yeah, I mean, the body's cool with it, and I think it was James or somebody did a all like gray one, but then just did a couple different motor pieces in different colors. Because I'm not a painter, I suck at it. So that's cool to see that the detail of the motor can be individually colored when you print it.
And the motor print time is high, right? It takes a minute to do it well. So like I'll run 2 of the scale V8s at night. I'll do a 4-wheel steer version and a regular version. I'll post them up on my Etsy. Within 24 hours, I'm shipping them out. So I'm printing another set the next night. So I only have 2 printers. So at some point, I have to print the rest of the stuff.
Right.
So I have to pause and wait, like make people wait. But there's so many other printers out there that they can get it from, and prices are all pretty close to each other. So if you can't find it in my store, you might be able to find it in another store locally. Was it Darkside 3D?
Yeah.
Jason Matthews up in Pennsylvania. He's printing as well. He does custom orders just like I do. There's things that he does or materials that he uses that I don't use. He uses ABS. I don't use ABS because of the, primarily don't use ABS. I'll print 1 or 2, but that's about it. But so this is what a 155 optic looks like with Yoda axles. So this is a FJ40-esque panel set, but like the driver in this one, that's printed in color, so that's no painting. So there's like getting that maturity of learning how to do these things is fun for me. I'm a retired guy, so I gotta have fun.
Now, how in a Terrabug, that motor, does it replace? How's it sit in attached in the back? So what I'm wondering is, can that be dropped in the Helium?
Oh, I think the Helium will be different. But this one, it bolts in to the 2 bolts where the fuel cell does, and the 2 bolts underneath where the fuel cell does.
Okay.
And then the exhaust comes out down at the bottom. And it's a good fit in here. Like you got to put the headers on after it's installed. But I'm pretty sure James will be doing Helium stuff. I'm sure he'll chime in. But yeah. And so materials. I run these. I got dirt falling off my trucks. Materials. So there's a lot of people doing PLA, which is great, and it's fine. If you're going to run it outside in high heat or direct sunlight and things like that for prolonged times, PETG, which is a lot of what I print in. And then you get into the ASAs. I saw people printing these bodies in ASA, which is like, okay, it's ABS with sunscreen, as they say. And that's a pretty tough material. So I don't know what they're doing with them. I printed a set in PA6 4-guy special order, and I was like, "Are you shooting at this thing? Like, what? Like, it's engineering material. Why am I building a bug body out of this?" But hey, it's what he wanted, and I wanted to play with the material, so I did. But yeah, it's glow in the dark panels are a thing.
Oh, is that actually glow in the dark?
This is glow in the
Oh.
dark ABS. This is my Scaltra high mileage truck. So this is a portal optic. So like I said before, you can do so many things with this platform that it's my favorite. Like, I can make scale trucks, I can make portal trucks, big tire trucks, tiny tire trucks, cool looking trucks, and machined aluminum trucks. So the H10 platform is going to be, I think it's the SCX 10.2 that we remember from so long ago that just lasted generations and generations. I think that this is what that's what the H10 is. I think they knocked it out of the park.
Well, the price point. I mean, when it all came out, we all said Ripper 2, the poor man's Ripper. And I mean, it's quality at a price. I mean, I bought the RTR. I think I paid what, $5.99. I can't remember when they
around there.
Yeah, and I mean, I didn't drive it at first. I was like, yeah, bad. And I'll say 2025 for me is the year of the buggies. It's you don't get the body rash. You're not all the mud kept inside. I mean, just run them and have fun.
Yeah, and when you talk about, like, that was some of the early problems with the H10 was mud throughout the chassis. Yeah. And now, like, with the bugger, or I keep saying bugger, but it's not. It's the Terrabug. The inner panels have the blockout plates that go on the zip ties. And I've been selling the crap out of those, just those, because you can run that inner fender with the Punisher panel set and with the stock panel set. Like, they integrate into it, and it keeps a lot of that debris out of the chassis. 2 of my trucks, I'm running the Reefs transmissions in. Yeah, there's glow in the darks. The Reefs transmissions, the 3-gear 48 pitch, and man, it just makes them dead silent. Like that. The VFD transmission is noisy by nature, just because there's so many gears in there. But the Reefs transmission, like, it takes it to 48 pitch. It's tough as nails, and it's silent.
Now, did you have to print a mount up for that, or does?
Yeah, they're Wyatt developed the mounts. You can download the files on Reef's webpage. I think they're like $2.99 or $3.99, and you print those out, and it's an adapter that puts his transmission into this platform, as well as the VS410s, the 10.2s, the 10.3s. He's got a lot of them out there to adapt. So the printing game is more than just bodies. Like, it's actual functional parts now, and entire vehicles.
But yeah, I mean, 5 years ago, it was all for scale points for comping. And I mean, I remember
this is an entirely printed truck from Imagine, wheels and everything, 3D printed, full scale interior. It's all in there. That's actually one of James's CJ7 drivers that fits in this. But it's, it's amazing how far it's come.
Well, that's what I was going to say with, I think it was the interior that you did. I think it was James, where it's moving steering wheel. Was there moving head too? And it's like from a little jerry can and sand ladders to moving, we'll call animatronics, basically. It's like, holy cow, man.
Yep. Those interiors, it's at least 3 to 4 a week for me that I'm shipping out. They do really well, and I keep them, the 2-man and the 1-man versions. There's so many optics out there that, like, you feel like there's this buyer's market is going to ease up at some point, but it's just not.
There
It
was
just
your
keeps going.
nemesis, the Sen bed. How's that going?
The what?
The Sen F450 bed.
Sen.
So the 450 bed, that's a pretty particular market. I printed 2 of those sets, and I still have both of them. One I printed as a sample for Glenn Shelley on here. I got to paint it yet, and send that whole truck back to him. I got his 450 for photos, but I still have the other bed here. So it's a, service beds are service beds. It just costs so much to print it that I think the home printers are printing it, and they're not buying them per se from people like me, just because it is expensive. It's heavy. It costs more to ship.
Well, the time, wasn't there like inlaid magnets or something?
Yes, and I have all of those parts included. I've thanks, James. He's headed out. Australia time. But yeah, tracking down all the parts, all the magnet sets, is no easy task. It's all labeled out, but it's a lot. It is a lot. I mean, you're using staples to make hinge pins. But yeah,
Wow.
it's a cool project.
Impressive.
Glenn's in no hurry. You should be, Glenn. you keep poking me for it. Otherwise, other projects kind of take over, like that or that or that, or
It could be going west if he doesn't cook enough.
I got a TTO2 I got to finish before Wednesday. I got all kinds of projects going on.
But the Terrabug is not an easy print. It's very elaborate.
James gave us a great start. Like you get a plate, everything's organized on the plate. The G code is matched for whatever slicer printer you're using. But I see a lot of people trying to rush and making adjustments that created problems later. So yeah, there's science, but there's still a little bit of talent left in it.
Yeah, I saw somebody did one, and I never thought about it. I don't print, but I guess he had turned stuff on the layout, so the grain on each panel were going different ways.
Yeah,
and I guess you change that for time. And the first thing someone was like, "Hey, you got different grains in your prints," and I was like, "Oh, I never thought about that."
Yeah, and honestly,
Strength.
Strength is always an issue. Printing them at a diagonal, the way James has them laid out, 1, it makes it stronger. 2, it prevents the circle loops of last layer. It prevents that look. It makes it, if you're going to finish sand it, it makes it a lot easier if they're oriented that way. If you're going to sand it, print that puppy as flat and with as least amount of support material as you can, because you're going to sand it anyway. And that'll speed you up tremendously. But if you're going to just put it out there and put it on a truck, you want it to look good. It doesn't have to be glass. I don't know where people think their 3D prints, that you're not going to see a print line. It's a printer. It's printing. You're going to see a layer line. There's things you can do to hide them or lessen them, or you can chemically alter them after it's printed, but there is a layer line. It's printed. It's a layer. So you're going to have some of that. My bodies, I print them to be bash bodies. Like, it's in a color, bolt it on, and go play with the truck. When it breaks, let me know. I'll send you that panel in replacement. But it's not a show quality finished product off of a printer.
Hang on. Wait. Hang on 1 second. Hang on. on. Sorry. Hang on.
What do you mean?
Hang
the
on.
world?
Hang on. Look
I'm
at
so
this.
dizzy. I'm so dizzy.
Okay, I'm in a rush.
Oh.
Get it done.
Holy crap.
Where did he come from?
I got a live call out. I love it. Hey, Glenn. Can't rush perfection. Nope. Can't do it. Can't do it.
Oh, I felt a tap on my shoulder. I'm like, what the hell is that?
Your wife
That was
came in
awesome.
early.
That was awesome. Wow. And that's why I faced the door.
Right? Never know who's coming up behind you. All right, see you.
I
I
can
call
see
this
my-
place.
I can see my
call it-
window and my door.
Look. I call it the doghouse. It's the size of a doghouse. Dreamer ain't fitting in here with me. We in here one at a time. We're
Yeah.
alternating.
That's too much Axe body spray in one room.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot of Axe body. Anyway, it's if you want a body for low money and you're just going to beat on it, like, make smart choices with your money. If you want something that's show quality, go find somebody to print you a show quality good starting point, because you're still going to need to do some work. I've built a ton of scale trucks. You're still going to need to do a ton of work no matter how good the print comes out. It's just the way it is. And that's why earlier I alluded to I have some problems with some of the printers. And look, I'm a hack. I've been doing this for 1.5 years. I'm terrible at this. I'm not going to call somebody out for print lines. Calling somebody out for print lines when they're just starting out and they're printing, and you go on Facebook and you want to be that guy with the perfect print every time, like, go talk to other printer people. Like, leave people alone that are starting out, because all you're doing is discouraging them and you're ruining a hobby. So leave them alone. If you don't like it, scroll on. It's like anything else. If you don't like the way that guy detailed that truck, scroll away. You don't have to tell it. It's just common courtesy. That's me being nice. So I'll get off my soapbox.
It's okay.
I'm not saying I'm great. I'm not.
But social media is brutal, and people will let loose.
They will, and it to what good, right? You want to.
Well, most of them probably never even print it. Like, it's easy to sit here and call it and say that looks like crap when you've never tried it.
Mm-hmm.
And like you said, it could have been a basher body. Like, hey, you know what? I'm going to an event tomorrow. I got 6 hours. It's a 9-hour print. Screw that. I mean, I remember when Mike first got his latest printer, that he was sending us the videos. That thing literally just whipping back and forth, and I'm like, I could sit and watch it for hours, but I don't know what it's doing. I mean, it's cool. I mean, I still have that original the boom box you gave me, Mike, when you were making those.
Oh,
up.
yeah.
Yeah, it is right in my scale garage. It's that's where the printing has come from. That cool stuff. Your the LED road closure.
LED sign.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
And
it's come far. It's all cool. But like you said, paint it if you want it. Put the work into it.
Yeah. Like, and you get people that want to flex, right? They're like, oh, look how my print job out. If that print job's for me, like, I'm going to take my time with it, right? I mean, Mike's that thing is impressive. But, if you want to flex, we'll flex. And we'll do multicolored print in functional. Yeah, I can print. I figured it out. But yeah, nobody's buying this for $180 because that's about the amount of time I have into it.
Is that the V2 of the Thanos one I got from you?
What's that?
I said, is that the V2 of Thanos?
Yeah,
head?
this is Thanos without the skin on it.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. So yeah, googly eyes and all. The googly eyes are not printed, but they're
Now, was that a print, or did you have to put that together? Did that print functionally?
That's a print in place.
Really?
So, like, and it's for me. So it's different. If you're printing it for other people in mass production, you need to keep costs down. You need to keep quality as high as you can go for that cost that they're willing to pay. So bashing people or saying that a print sucks or lines for days or whatever that comment is, it's just rude. Help them or leave them alone.
I remember your Axial Fest West, what was it, the 1800s or whatever? You did that wood grain.
Mhm.
Yeah, I
Oh,
mean, that
yeah.
thing turned out beautiful, and that was all about the layers.
And directional printing. You
Yes.
wanted that wood grain. Yeah.
And this grain carried through the other panels, so it looked like the same slice of wood
Impressive.
going through. So that takes a minute to set up and orient the part and not have major lines. And these I actually printed down or sanded down to 2000 grit and then treated it with olive oil because it's wood.
Because it's wood.
It
It is
made
actual wood filament?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, this is 15 or 20% wood PLA. So
Now, as an authorized printer for James Knight and selling his files, are you setting the price? So you said there could be somebody else. Who was the other one? Jason Matthews. You two could literally be at two different prices for the same body.
absolutely.
And so that's when we said you've got to take into consideration what is the filament, because that's going to make a difference in price. Make sure you're comparing apples with apples. You can't say you're 30 and he's 40. Well, what are you comparing?
Right.
And if you're not familiar with printing, you're just going to break through some of the details that you're putting into this.
A few things will happen if you're new to it and you don't know how to do pricing structure. I talk to a lot of people in the industry. I talked to Robert Pezza and a few other people that have been selling for a long time, got their advice. There's a calculator that you can get, and you can put in all your costs. So if you're a hobbyist and you're using these machines, they're expensive. If you're using these machines to sell product, you've changed the expectation of that machine. So you're printing at 6,000 hours or something like that crazy in a year. That's a lot of wear and tear. So you have to put that into your cost because eventually that machine needs maintenance. So then you have filament. Are you using Amazon specials? Are you drying it? Do you care? Those things have to go into account. I use bamboo filaments because bamboo, the color is pretty stable throughout the range. Like I can get a spool this month and a spool next month and it'll be the same color. Can't always do that with Amazon or some of the other brands. So there's those things that you're looking at. And then what's your time worth? I don't sit here and watch my machine for a 15-hour print, but I do pay attention to it. So every couple hours I'll check in on it. There's a great app on the Bamboo program that I can look at my prints. And it tells me if something went wrong, but I still have to pay attention to it. You can't just hit go and walk away. There's things that happen there. There's a lot of heat. There's melting plastics. Like you got to pay attention, but it's not 15 hours of my time. It's 15 hours of my machine time, and I can calculate cost for that. So a set of Terabug panels for me, the basic set in PETG from Bamboo Labs, my cost is right around $55. That's what I charge. And if they're not the greatest print, or if they're a fast print, it might be less than that. If I got the material cheaper, they might be less than that. But that's kind of where that cost structure is. I see guys selling them for $20. Hey, more power to you. Like, I don't know where you're getting your filament. I don't know what you're printing it on, or if you have a print farm and your costs are that low, cool, $20. I might buy one and just,
That's insane.
I don't know how they're doing it for $20.
I already thought that your pricing was already very reasonable for what you're getting. That's not an easy print, and
I'm a
what
retired
you're
guy.
charging very fair.
Retired guy, 2 printers. It's a hobby. It's something to do. My wife is happy that I have something to do, a reason to wake up. And that's all it is for me. It's not a business for me. So I'm not trying to cut anybody's throat.
Well, your prices. I mean, there's what I get 3 sets from you for the crew up here, 3 or 4 sets. I mean, when I was delivering them, we were talking. If you bought clear panels and paint, you're right there. Then you got to find a nice weather day. We were in cold months. I mean, you're right there. And if I break one, hey, Jeremy, I need another print. Boom, it's done.
Yeah. Yeah. And my color consistency is there. So if you break an orange panel, I can print you another orange panel and it's going to match. Because I get from the same supplier all the time. So that, there's something to be said for that. Yeah. Well, we have beat this horse to death.
Yes, we have. But
my finger stopped bleeding.
Yay! We covered a lot.
We did.
We covered a lot.
It'd have been quicker to discuss the Louisiana Purchase this evening.
But I have a feeling, Matt, you've convinced a few people to look at boats a whole lot differently.
They're blast.
I guess at the bottom line, you're going to need a kayak. If you're not getting this over this tipping model, you better have a kayak or a raft.
Yeah, I mean, they have a couple.
Or want to swim.
I mean, I've seen people do it with put a magnet in the top of their canopy hatch and do a fishing rod and pull. That was the old ways. I don't want to. My luck is I put the magnet on the fishing rod right through the hull of my boat. So I'm not doing that. I'd rather push my friend in and say, "Hey, you're wet, so go get my boat."
Then you got to define friend.
It was friend before I pushed her in, but
but now get me off the big screen, Mike.
All right, hang on. My bad.
What's cool about the boat, like I said, when I go to the parks, old to young, the crawlers, I mean, some people look at it, they want to do the go fast. Where the boats, whether it's a 5-year-old kid sitting on the pier fishing with their 70-year-old grandfather, it's been positive. Heck, we had, Jeremy, you probably know more than me, at Cecil County Dragway, we had all the, what's that? Street outlaw guys up here. So it was tons of people for that, and all these big hot rod guys showed up and they were loving the boats. And one guy literally sat there and ordered on the phone, just saw how much fun it was. It's another aspect of the hobby, just to get out, interact with people, spread the fun that we all have found in the hobby, and also make that one-on-one connection. I've met several people in that little local town. I don't want to give my sweet spot away, but it's Charlestown, Maryland. It's public. I shouldn't have said that, but it's a blast. I mean, even the marine mechanics, they come over. They're the first ones that go in the water to get my boats out when I flip them more. It's been nothing but positivity. It's been a fun time.
Yeah,
and come to Bat or Blue Rocks.
Well, that is freaking fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, I'm super excited that you're going to be able to share the boat there. Let people drive around in that little pond. And that's the pond where the guy's done the ferry, right? People used to load on the back of that. Yep. Okay.
Yeah, we used to run airboats back, or fan-driven boats, the foam plates with the fans on them. We used to run them on the pond. They don't really have an issue with it.
No, that's definitely fantastic. Do we have a date? When is this? You keep talking about the Recon. Do we know a date in July yet?
July. I'm getting ready to reserve my cabin, because if you do have a cabin, get your down payment by the end of this month. July 16th, I believe, is the Fix Enduro, and then 17th and 18th, I believe, if that's Thursday and or Friday and Saturday, of July. And with Axial Fest West not happening this year, I mean, I've never gone to it, but I know a couple of. If Dooley ever watches this, Dooley, get over here.
Bill, yep.
Yeah, Bill Riddle. I've talked to him about possibly some team stuff. So we can get some guys over to the East Coast.
Yeah. And Bill recently stepped down as a football coach, so he's going to have even more time to dedicate to this RC thing. So I think we missed Mr. Riddle last year because of Axial Fest West. So that might be the better. If there's no West, that means more people at Blue Rocks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, Matt, we can't thank you enough for educating us on many different levels, my friend, and keeping up a badass Instagram page. Do you run anything on TikTok either, or just Instagram?
No, I started or opened up a TikTok account because one of my coworkers got videoed. I'm Big Brown Delivery Company, and the person got caught throwing a box. So that's the only reason I got on TikTok. And even the Instagram is when I first met you. 5 years ago at King of the Castle, you were like, "Hey, you gotta do Instagram."
That's
right. Man, my kids do that stuff. I ain't gonna do it. But it's so much easier. I've heard, like I talked Reef at one event, and there's no BS.
No BS.
Instagram. Yeah,
you
Facebook has gone.
Yep.
You literally fill your wall when you follow what you want to follow, and
don't hit the search bar though. Don't hit the search bar.
we know we cannot share the search here publicly. We would get in trouble.
That's bad. And the terrible thing is that it feeds off of the people that are around you or that you've made connections with. So it gets ugly quick.
Yeah,
it does.
I had to explain to my wife, look, here's my search history. It's not there.
Not looking for it. They're just trying to show it to
me. Oh, goodness. Well, everybody, this is Mat Kocher. And how about the Operation 11 Charlie thing? Do you have anything going on next month with them? Are you still deeply devoted and on a mission with
100%. Back to the mission. The mission has always been, I mean, little quick backstory. I saw it. I had a friend who committed suicide. So when I seen it happen, Jeremy was there at the first USTE when they did it. The mission's dead on. They're moving. They're going to beat the creek, and I'm talking about that because of no West. There may be some coming to Blue Rocks.
Oh wow!
So so it could be a fully relaxing event. But 11 Charlie, if you don't know about them, check it. Their mission's on. Like I said, the boat part, they're using those two up there as a part of the outdoor therapy in the VAs. So I mean, it's crawling's not for everybody. I mean, it's to get your mind off of what's going on in life. I have 4 beautiful daughters and a wife and a female dog. The boats take me away from all that.
Yep. He said it best. RC is the best therapy for mental health.
Amen to that. Keeps me sober. Changed my life. That's for damn sure.
Keeps me broke, so I can't afford the other crap that I used to do.
Right.
I was trying to articulate a way to say that myself. Keeps me from buying
when you're an addict, you got to figure it out. So
keeps me from buying Volkswagen parts.
I didn't save any money coming here. That's for darn sure. Oh man. All right, Matt. We're gonna fade you out of here, my friend. We thank you. Fantastic. All right. Let's do this professionally. That is a real soldier right there, my friend. See you later. That's what happens when you're into this thing. Do we have a timestamp on this? This is a clinic. This is going to be one for you all to watch during the week and go back and recap. Matt took us on a tour. I'll tell you what. That is an impressive collection. That is for darn sure. All right,
That's-
Jeremy, any
that's
parting
quite a
words?
statement. That's quite a statement right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any parting words for our friends?
Yes. Be nice to each other, and go RC.
Well said. Yeah, don't read the comments. Social media will chew you up. uh, no, honestly, I think every week your soapbox that you stand on is always the same, and that is honestly, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say it at all.
Just move on.
Move on. Listen, the world gets flipped upside down when the new trucks get released, and guess what? Sometimes those trucks are not for you. Did you see me shitting all over the internet with the FMS? What was the new one they did? The 2-wheel drive monster truck. I didn't go saying anything bad. I didn't go saying anything nasty. I kept my mouth shut.
There's, it's that 2-wheel drive monster truck market
truck
is, it needs a little life breathed into it. So
right. I didn't say anything.
yeah, it's awesome. I mean, we could go another hour if we want to go into the Funko Sandrail. I mean, I'm all in.
Oh, that yeah.
Like
no.
There's Traxxas, and then there's Traxxas Pro Scale. When they do Pro Scale stuff, like I like it. That Pro Scale Sandrail, like I got to figure out a way.
If you keep going, I'm bringing Matt back on. If you keep going,
I'm not going to get. We'll save that one for next time.
I'm bringing Matt right back in here.
So I won't be here next. I won't be here next week. So you might have to ask Matt nicely if he'll come back.
Yeah, maybe we can get Jesse Parr in here. Yeah, we'll have Matt. We'll bring Matt back and see if we can tie down. Yeah. All right.
We just goaded him.
We'll try for that. Awesome. Yep. All right, people.
All right, thank you all for watching.
That is it.
Yep.
Fantastic.
Why do you make me? He left, and I can't turn it off. What are you doing, Mike? Hey, Mike. Hey, Mike. Is this thing on? I don't know how to turn it off. I don't know. Device is not connected. Here he comes.
Sorry.
You left me hanging. I don't know how to turn it off. I stream forever.
I have to caress the buttons. I have to caress the buttons. I slammed it hard again.
Stop.
I slammed the mouse button and I break it.
Bring him back. We were just going to talk sandrails.
I know. All right. We're going to do this. Peace out. Thank you. And fade out. We're still going to be